Hey, what's going on everybody? Schoolboys here again for another Dragon Ball Legends related video. So today, the Legends management team has dropped a new newsletter. This is the first one we've gotten since the, it was a few months ago I think. It was right before they teased the Trunk Zenkai. So we're going to go ahead and look at this one actually. So this one is posted on Twitter as well as in the news section if you haven't already seen it for yourself. But I'm just going to go through and read it for you guys and then break down and give my thoughts on what they have said here. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So it just starts off with like the typical, oh, thank you guys so much for playing, we're delivering information, just the normal stuff just to introduce the newsletter. So let's go ahead and get into the real stuff over here. So plans for the next app update. We plan to release version 2.12.0 of the app around mid-September 2020. So I think we're in like 2.11.2 or something right now, something like that. So we can expect the next big update in about a month from now. And they say that we'll be making a range of improvements in this update, including increasing operation speed as well as adjustments to the UI. Elements to be updated, faster title screen loading, improvements to the energy tank, and refurbished tuned UI. So the faster title screen, that's definitely something that they could work on. After the Legend Speed Up update, the game itself does load faster, but I'll admit myself that I do believe the loading screen actually does take a little bit longer to load. That's just something that I and a couple other people have noticed. So I think they caught on to that as well, and they're going to be trying to make that load just as fast as the rest of the game, which is always good. Always love to see small improvements. So that's great to see from them. Let's go ahead and continue. Our development team is pouring their utmost efforts into reducing the loading time on the app. We're aware the amount of time spent between opening the app is currently far too long. You'll be surprised at the difference in speed when going from the title screen to the home screen in the next update. For this reason, the update may take some time to come out, so please be patient with us. And of course that's fine, like every update takes time. Like I get it, Legends, people get mad at the devs quite often, but the fact of the matter is they do try. Like I feel that they do try their best. They may not understand what the community wants all the time, but they're at least trying. So you guys just got to give them time to get these updates out, and that's perfectly fine. So improvements to the energy tank. This one I actually saw before I started recording, and I have some thoughts on this, so let's just go ahead and read through it. We're looking to improve the energy tank by simplifying the complex energy recovery process and options. After the update, your energy will automatically be restored from the energy tank when depleted, allowing you to keep battling stress-free. So basically what that means is we're basically not going to be using energy tickets from what it sounds like. If we look at that picture, it seems like energy tickets will be converted into energy tanks, and whenever you run out of energy, it's just going to auto refill, just assuming that you have energy in your energy tank. So I don't use my energy tank too often. Mine is like always full. I don't know, I just don't like using it. I rather use the skip tickets. So this gives it more of a purpose now that it will be auto refilling your energy. That's great because filling up your energy is time consuming at the very least, especially when you're like grinding for souls or Z power or whatever. So this is just going to make that process a little bit faster, so it's not as time consuming, of course, which once again is great to see. I think that this will be very beneficial, but we're definitely going to need some time to figure out how this is going to work overall. The process will be simplified too. You'll no longer be able to use energy tickets to directly restore energy. But don't worry, we've prepared items in the recycle center to convert energy tickets into energy for your tank. So any tickets you have left over will still have value. So this is what I'm a little bit confused on. This is the part that I'm a little bit confused on. If we go ahead and read it once more, it does say that you will no longer be able to use energy tickets, and it also says convert energy tickets so you don't have any tickets left over. So with that said, are they saying that we won't be able to get energy tickets like any longer after this update? And if that's the case, then how are we going to get more energy tanks, you know? Because the way it sounds was you were going to get energy tickets and then convert those into energy tanks. But admittedly, that is time consuming as well. It's like you get the energy tickets, but then the energy tickets don't have a purpose. Like, your only purpose are to convert them. So perhaps they're just completely getting rid of energy tickets at that point, and then any stage that you collect energy tickets, you'd rather collect energy tanks. We're not sure. They haven't given us all the details regarding that, but we'll definitely find out as soon as they give us some more information. So next up, we have Refurbished Tuned Up Ui. We're making all kinds of changes and improvements to the UI. We're tackling lots of sore spots, like making it easier to remove equipment slots and to see opponents' advantage/disadvantage elements. Look forward to the improvements. So this one's a little bit vague here. Just some general information. The making it easier to remove slots is good. To remove equipment is good, because they already did update that before. Like when your equipment is full, it will give you the option to automatically go to the equipment screen. So I think that's pretty good itself, but I will be interested in seeing how they plan on making that even better than it already is. And then the advantage/disadvantage element, I'm guessing that's just for newer players who don't know like the color wheel at this point, which isn't bad, you know. Now here comes the real stuff. Now this was actually leaked like last week already, so most people already know at this point. But LF Gohan, the first LF in the game, is getting a Zenkai Awakening. So this is going to be interesting. The only LF unit currently who has a Zenkai Awakening is Beerus, and Beerus is still completely garbage without being Zenkai. Gohan, on the other hand, honestly isn't that bad. Like, people still run him on Sun Families, people still run him on hybrids. So, I mean, yeah, he definitely could use the buff, he could definitely use the Zenkai, but I'm interested in seeing how far they plan on taking him, you know? Because this guy was a king for a while. This guy was insane. People would run him all the time, and especially because of him being the first LF unit, he was extremely hard to get at first. I didn't actually even get him until he came back on another banner. I forget which banner it was. I think it was the first anniversary banner. I pulled him. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they awaken him. I don't think there are any details for him yet. Okay, yes. Same as before, his abilities increase drastically when he's the last man standing, and he will be an invaluable member of any hybrid or Sun family party. So, like I said, I'm just interested in seeing how they're going to make this guy insane again. I know a lot of people have been complaining about the Zenkais, the constant Zenkais, but in my personal opinion, I have zero issue with that. You know, it's like people keep asking to Zenkai other characters, and now they're constantly providing us with Zenkais, and you have to keep in mind that you're not required to Zenkai Awaken every character. You know, don't go around dropping 7k CC on every single Zenkai banner just to awaken them. Like, I know some people will be like, oh, well, Dokkan, you get the easier for free. But Dokkan isn't a PvP based game. Giving every single player such OP characters like this is just going to make PvP even more toxic than it already is. But I'm sorry for going on that tangent right there. I'm just saying, I'm definitely interested in seeing how this guy is going to function post Zenkai Awakening. I'm definitely going to have a lot of fun with him. Now, I personally don't have him 7 stars yet, but the real part that I'm actually extremely excited about, if we look right here, there's an exchange limit for, so also, you can exchange rush medals from the Ultra Space-Time Rush for Awakening Z Power to Zenkai Awaken Gohan. So basically, you know those rush medals that you complete the rush, you get your 500 CC, and then you have rush medals sitting over because no one ever uses them, right? I personally have 1 million rush medals sitting in my little box right now. So they're finally giving them a use, you know? You can exchange your rush medals to get LF Z power. If you look right here, it also says there is an exchange limit for each Ultra Space Time Rush season, but we're planning on making Legends Limited Z power available for exchange. Start collecting rush medals now. So basically, in the future, you can buy LF Z power now using your rush medals. You know, when the 2nd anniversary first started, we got the Super Chrono Crystal that you could convert into LF Z power. But now we're going to be getting that for free-to-play players, pretty much, assuming that you play the rush. So like I said, I personally have like 1 million of those, so I'm definitely excited for this. The only part that I am a little bit afraid about is the exchange rate. Knowing Legends, they tend to make the exchange garbage for the most part. Like how you have to pay, what is it, like 100, what is it, 100 Z power for one, I mean not Z power, 100 Z medals for literally one Zenkai soul. So I'm hoping it's just not awful rates. I'm hoping like they don't try to make this too bad, but I'm definitely excited to see that for the very least. And finally, they do mention, I'm just going to read this really quick. In addition, what we have mentioned in this update, we're also working on a guild-on-guild GVG battle mode with additional rules for PvP, although these are still in planning stage. So yeah, they did mention this a while ago actually, and the community kind of thought that they just forgot about it, but this is just reassuring that they do in fact remember. It's going to be interesting how this works, because we really haven't gotten any information on this besides the fact that it exists. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works at the very least. Other than that, that's all for the newsletter. And there's just one more thing that I want to show you guys. So for the last part of the video, if you actually head over to the Dragon Ball Legends Twitter and scroll down, 10,000 retweets and shares achieved. Now, at first glance, this might just seem like a random little picture here, but let's go ahead and take a look at this, right? Deleted Java, meeting, and smiling. Now, at first glance, these may look just like extremely random. This may just look like extremely random words that they just threw on the screen, but those words are actually key components to an anagram. And if you rearrange all of the letters that they provided from each of the 4 words, it spells out Legends Limited Majin Vegeta. You might think I'm joking here, but you can test it out for yourself. It truly does. So Legends has just confirmed in the near future we will finally be getting a new Majin Vegeta with an LF. So I'm extremely excited for that. You know, the last Majin Vegeta should have been the first LF in my opinion. He really was deserving of one, and then we really haven't seen that Majin Vegeta come back too much. So we might actually get a Zenkai for that old Majin Vegeta at some point in the near future. But I'm definitely excited to see what an LF Majin Vegeta is going to look like, how he's going to play differently from the OG one, and what his LF is going to be, because it could be Final Explosion again, which personally I would like to see, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they do something a little bit different with that. So overall, that's going to be all for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, Legends is definitely making improvements. They're definitely trying, and I'm glad to see what they're doing with the game. So let me know how you guys think about the update in the comments below, and leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. Otherwise, that's going to be all for me. Make sure you guys stay in school, and I'll see you guys next time.